clicked on this video, I understand that you are somebody who really values their time, so I am not going to try waste your time. I just wanted to quickly say thank you so much for choosing to click on this video, and I hope that you can stay for the rest of the video. And I do hope that maybe there is 1 point or 2 that you can draw from this video. And I also want to say that I understand that if you clicked this video, you are somebody who is keen to know what change is and why it's so scary to the most of us, and maybe try find the lens or the perspective that we should look at this change from, so that it is not as scary as it is. Without rambling too much, so what is change? When people talk about change all the time, what do they mean? So again, let's rather keep it simple. Change is a process of becoming different, according to my understanding. And change can happen in so many different levels in our lives. It can happen on a personal level, it can happen on an environment, or even our circumstances. Let me make an example in trying to break it down further. If last year you were a university student and this year you are a graduate, it would mean that you've experienced change in circumstances. Well, like myself, last year I was a student and this year I'm a graduate. So I also dare you to go back to a certain place that you've been, or a place that you've known for 5 years, and tell me if the environment looks exactly as it used to 5 years back. I bet that you're going to come back and say some things have changed here and there. Or actually, even before you get to that place, actually you would realize that there is a certain change here and there. Maybe you sat down, you did some introspection and realized that there are certain things that no longer serve you as a person, and you want to change them or how you approach them. That would be a change on a personal level. I hope you got it. I hope you understand it. So there is no way that you can escape change, because it keeps happening. It's a natural process and it happens on a constant basis. You know, when people say change is inevitable, it's exactly that. You can't run away from change. You can't try control change and prevent it from happening. It will happen. Whether you like it or not, change will happen. And I guess that is why it is so scary. But I want to say, think about this. It's month of February. Already I recorded a video that time saying that I left home without a solid plan. And I prayed when I got this side. I said, dear Lord, whatever that happens this year happens, and I'm okay with it. I said, I've been living in limbo for such a long time. I've been living in comfort zone for such a long time, because of the same reason that I fear change. But this year I said, I will no longer fear change. God, take control. Whatever happens, happens. I'm ready. I even journaled things and goals that I wanted to achieve this year. And one of them includes now, quick disclaimer. Doing YouTube is so hard because I know that people are not as nice and kind. And in as much as my YouTube is still fairly new, one day, because I'm a firm believer, one day it will do well and people will come across certain videos, and I don't know how they will be perceived or received. I started a YouTube channel from an authentic point. I said to God, do not allow me to speak about anything that I'm not ready to speak about, and do not allow me to say things as long as I'm not at peace with, as long as my heart is not at peace with them. Do not allow me to speak about them, especially on a public platform like YouTube, even though it is small. But because I know I serve a living God, I understand that maybe like one day, even if it can be 10 years from now, even if it can be 50 years from now, if I would still be alive, one day this video will be seen by someone. And because they are not as kind, I hope that whatever that will come at that time, I'll be ready for. Okay, so One of the goals that I wrote down this year was acquiring a critical skills visa. So if you've followed me and a few videos that I've posted, you would know that I am coming from Lesotho. And that is when I said I left home without a solid plan. When I got to South Africa, which is the country that I've been studying in for the past 5 years, Valley University of Technology, Analytical Chemistry, I wrote one of the goals down that I need to get the critical skills visa. For me to do that, I need to acquire professional experience. And I prayed to God about it, and I said, even if it's not paid, that's okay with me. I will try maneuver and find ways to carry it. Lo and behold, God answered. He gave me that opportunity exactly as it is, exactly as how I've prayed for, which is the volunteering opportunity. Around February, I got a confirmation email that I can come and volunteer in a manufacturing company in Midrand. Now I'm staying in the Val. Oh my God, I was so stressed. I was so worried for so many reasons. I'm still not familiar with Gauteng like that, number one. Number two, I do not know anyone in Midrand. And number three, because the experience is not paid, it means it's going to be very heavy financial wise. And even though I have very supportive and caring parents, I know that maybe here and there it would also be challenging to them because they are also not rich. Yabo? Not rich at all. I prayed to God about it. I pray a lot, and I think we should pray a lot in this channel. If you're going to watch me, I think you also should pray a lot, because that is the line that I'm going to use the most, because I've seen it work. Anyway, I prayed to God. I said, for the mere fact that you said yes to this opportunity, it means you know what you're doing. It means you know that you're going to carry me. It means you have a plan for me. So me overthinking, being worried, or stressing myself about it, it's not going to help with anything. It's just going to put me in more stress. And I remember there's a video that I recorded and said, you cannot stop overthinking by overthinking. You cannot solve a problem by taking up more information on it. I stopped thinking. Literally. I stopped thinking about that, and I said, God will see it through. Now, come Monday, the 3rd of March, I was supposed to report there. It was raining cats and dogs. I then traveled from Val to Midrand. I got there late, and mind you, I was supposed to start working then. I got there very late. I think what was important to me was to make an appearance and to actually talk about my situation, because I had been trying to locate, but I came across so many problems in terms of accommodation. I got to the company, I told them, so they asked me, they were very welcoming. They asked me if I traveled. I said yes. They asked me if I'm going to travel every day, and I said that is what I'm trying to figure out. But I could also see that even that from a single journey, that money-wise, it was a lot of money. Besides that, it was a lot of traveling that I was doing, connecting so many taxis. And I said, there's no way how I think I'm going to be productive, because I would always be tired at work. I definitely need to move. Let me tell you what happened. I was struggling to get an accommodation, right? When I got there, the lady who was in the admin said, actually, you can come and live with me. We can share rent. I had never shared a room. Actually, I have never shared a room. Because it was, I had never shared a room with anyone in my life. Even in university, I was always living alone in a single room. I have never shared. Even at home, I don't remember sharing a room. I'm lying on that one. I've shared a room with my sisters and my mom. Actually, I love sleeping with my mom. So yeah. Okay, only my family members though. Okay, what I mean is I had never shared a room with a stranger. That was so challenging to me. But I said, because I'm here now, maybe it is part of God's plan. Even though it means I'm going to step out of my comfort zone, do something that I don't know, something that I've never done before, I've never even thought of doing. I think it's part of the plan. Let me do it. I said yes. I immediately said yes. And I arranged with one of my friends. They helped me move from Val to the place. Now, I'm not going to mention the names of where I'm staying right now, obviously. Then they helped me move. I got there and everything was fine. Everything was perfect. Now, I told this story because I just want to say I've been going through massive changes. And for me, they're happening all at once and in different levels. And I have to adjust and adapt to all of them. Staying with someone requires a lot of emotional intelligence, I'll say, because now you're sharing your space. A lot of things can be said, a lot of things can be done, and you find that they're not even said or done from wrong perspective. So maybe if you do not know how to process your emotions, then it's going to be a problem. So then I'd say I've been experiencing challenge on a personal level in that terms, even mentally, because that challenged me mentally a lot. That how am I going to navigate the situation, which by the way is going very, very well. The lady is very nice. Everything is perfect so far. So thank God for that. That would be the change that I'm going to count. That would be also the change of an environment. I moved from a place that I've known for full 5 years to a place that I haven't been to at all. And I'm traveling with a taxi. I don't have a car. If you know, you know. It's so stressful. You don't know how to stop the car because there are signs that are used. You don't know the names of the streets. You don't know the names of the stop signs. It requires you to actually also step out of your comfort zone a lot and talk in a taxi a lot, which is not something that I'm familiar with, but I'm doing now, thank God. I'd also say a change in also the workspace. Like I've done the in-service training before, but it wasn't an industry per se. It was still a university setting. So even just being at work, showing up at work, it's a change on its own, because now I'm in a new environment with new people who do things a certain way, it's a lot. So I have the list here of the things that I've learned throughout this change. And I want to say, first of all, I mentioned prayer a lot. If you are in an instance where where you can see that change is coming or change is happening, please pray a lot. Hold on to prayer a lot. Pray and pray and pray and pray. There was a time that I was at work, something happened. I rushed out immediately. I went to the toilet, and when I got there, I prayed. You know, it was so safe for me. I got there, locked the room. The tears were coming out, but the tears of prayer. I cry a lot when I pray. I was praying. So anytime anything says pray, I pray. That will also help reduce the fear. But firstly, I also want to say, let's start off by actually examining why people are actually afraid of change, so that you can try and find out where you fall, the category that you fall under. Okay, so people fear change because of fear of unknown. There are so many things that you don't know that you fear. You just fear, you know. You fear the darkness because you don't know what's in the darkness during the night. You fear being in a different environment because you're not familiar with it, and so it's not comfortable. You just being there bugs you. There is something within your stomach that says, I'm not okay. That is the fear of unknown. Literally, you are fearing, but you don't know what you're fearing. So that is the most important one, fear of unknown, because that was me. A month back, I was involved, fearing for my life. For what? I don't know. So just generally, fear of unknown, it holds so many people back. That's number one. Number two, loss of control. Now, change can make people feel powerless. Maybe the change that is coming or happening in your life right now makes you lose a certain position or a certain way of doing things that you have known for such a long time. And so it requires a lot of learning for you. You feel so powerless. For example, me, being in a new workspace, working with people who do things completely different, I feel so powerless. It feels as though I do not have this qualification. It feels as though I know nothing. I'm telling you, the first week I was so powerless. So for a lot of people, a lot of fear of change comes from loss of control. Another point is that comfort in familiarity. I think I've already mentioned this. So as people, even if the situation is not ideal, we tend to stay in it because it feels comfortable. Why? Because it's something that we know. At least you already know the routine, that when I get to that place, I go by that corner, I go up, I go down. It's safe. You don't have to get to a place and ask. You don't have to. Just the familiarity. It's still a comfort zone. In short, being in a space that you know, being in situations that you know how to navigate, feels more safer. So a lot of people are afraid of change when they realize that they're actually going to lose the familiarity, being just stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, this one is equally big as fear of unknown, and that would be risk of failure. Oh my god, this one used to be big for me as well, because I said a lot in this video that I used to fear change, but I no longer fear it because I prayed about it. And I'm in the process of change myself. This is why I'm talking about it. Risk of failure. Just this year, I used to fear, okay, what if I fail? What's going to happen after university? Then I said, okay, let me just get something. I got something. Even in that, you would think my heart would now feel at ease. I would be fine. But even then, I'm like, okay, so what if I show up there and I don't know how to use this machine, or I don't know how to, just the fear of failure and risk of failure. People don't want to fail. So under which category do you fall? Are you afraid of the unknown? Are you afraid of the risk of failure? Are you afraid of losing your familiarity? Or are you afraid of losing your power? Just being powerless in the midst of change. Whatever it is, it's something that you can overcome. I've overcome so many changes that happened all at once. It was so overwhelming, but I overcame it, so I know that you can do it too. Now, this is the lens or the perspective that I want us to look at change from, so that you can actually understand that it is so important for change to happen, and that it actually benefits us. It benefits us. It's not as bad as we think it is. Take it from me. I'm going through so many things simultaneously, but I actually realized the beauty in it. The first one that I'll mention is the personal growth. Oh my god. This girl has grown just in a space of I think it's been 3 weeks. It's not even it's not even a full month. 3 weeks. I'm a completely different person right now. In Val, I can't say reserved because I'm very extroverted, but I know for a fact that a lot of things have changed. Like I'm saying, I'm now vocal a lot. My communication skills have improved. I'm telling you, you develop new skills and new perspective. In that working space, I'm learning so much. After recording this video, I actually have a research to do. That is me gaining skills. That is me also, the perspective. There's so many people that I talk to every day that actually open my eyes, open my mind to so many things that I've never thought of. So another point under that, which is the personal growth, you become so resilient and adaptable. My level of resilience right now, I don't cry anymore. I only cry when I pray. I promise you, I only cry when I pray. I don't even report to parents anymore. My father called me the other time. He was like, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, so you are quiet. When we don't say anything, you don't say anything. I'm like, yeah, because I'm okay. But me saying that doesn't mean I don't have challenges along the way. It simply means my level of resilience, I fight. And I fight without fear now. So that is so beautiful and adaptable. I've adapted so much. I now eat food that I eat in this side. I've stopped complaining. I now use the roots that people use. I've adapted so much. Completely different person, and I'm loving it. The second point that I want to mention is new opportunities. Upon you meeting new people, you have new conversations and you discover certain things, and you also start discovering that not all doors that are closed are locked. You just have to push. Let me repeat that. Not every door that is closed is locked. Just push. So you discover new opportunities. You waking up to something every day, or maybe going to work, you start seeing, oh, maybe there's even this company here, there's still, oh, okay, like you actually, your mind, as you adapt, you start seeing things from a new perspective, like I said. And number two, you actually see that I should just try doing things differently. Life is not as bad as I thought it is, and really, truly, it is not as scary as I thought it is. Maybe let me just relax and allow myself do things differently, and actually maybe run towards these new opportunities that I see. One of them being this YouTube channel, because I knew that this year is about to go down. And if anything, I wanted to document each and everything, at least for my child. I'm an aunt now, even for my nephews, so that they understand that whenever they are facing change, it's just a part of life. Another thing is the increased confidence. Oh my God. So I am more confident than ever because I've learned to trust myself. When you do hard tasks, you develop that trust that, oh my God, I can do it. Oh my God, I can do it. I'll make example of this YouTube channel. The first time I recorded a YouTube video, it was so hard. I deleted so many times. I didn't trust myself. I didn't even know what to say. But now I literally just press that and I talk. We are on the 15th minute right now and we're still talking. So take those hard steps. You learn to trust yourself more. Now I'm in a foreign land, I know no one, but I trust myself that I'm going to be okay. When I say I'm going to be okay, I know that God is going to, ensure that everything is fine, but also I trust myself. Not even my parents. Of course, I have a backup, family, friends here and there, but I trust myself more. I look at myself in the mirror every day and I'm like, hey, baby girl, you're going to be fine. You're going to do it. Why? Because you are doing it. So stand up. Learn to make those tough decisions, learn to take those tough steps, and you will soon realize that you actually develop more trust that I can actually do this life thing. I can do it, The last point I want to mention is the freedom of stagnation. Now, staying in one place is hard. I promise you. Staying in one place, especially when you know that it's not benefiting you anyhow, that is so hard. But so is stepping out of your comfort zone. So in that, I'm just going to say, please choose your heart. They are both hard, so choose your heart. They are both painful, so choose your pain. So in this video, I have explained what change is. I have explained levels that change can occur. I have explained the reasons why we fear change so much as people. So please go back and check the category that you fall under. And I've reassured you that any category that you fall under, you can actually overcome that, because I think I fall under so many categories, even the ones that I did not mention, just by doing what I'm doing right now, navigating this biggest change of my life. And because I'm doing it, I'm here giving you the reassurance and guarantee that you too can do it and you're completely going to be fine. And I also gave you the benefits or the advantages of why you should actually consider adapting to change, opening up to it, instead of being so afraid and trying to hold on to things that no longer serve you, or just letting opportunities go because you can see that if you jump into it, it's going to bring in so much change. Try to embrace change and see your life change. Thank you so much. See you on my next upload. I love you.